Texas Governor Greg Abbott, vocal critic, of course, of President Biden's open border policies, as we were just talking about. Well, Abbott has never hesitated to put his words into action. The latest move is chartering a flight, as you see here, taking the migrants out of Texas and moving them to Chicago, a sanctuary city. Of course, more outrage from the left, which has long criticized Governor Abbott's tactics to address the border crisis. But Abbott sending out this post on X yesterday, calling the so-called sanctuary city of Chicago for interfering with his busing missions in the past. He wrote, "Until Biden steps up to secure the border, we will continue to provide overwhelmed Texas border towns with much needed relief." And joining us now, Texas Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne. She also serves on the very important House Ways and Means Committee and the Small Business Committee. Congresswoman Van Duyne, a pleasure to see you today. Thank you so much.
Great to see you too. I appreciate you guys covering this topic.
We have to. I mean, the numbers are getting higher. There's concerns about terror attacks, who these people are coming into our country. Yet this administration, this president, Secretary Mayorkas, seem to be getting a pass every which way. What is it going to take for some real border security? I know it's been a contentious issue and it's trying to be hammered out in Congress, but what is the solution in your mind?
Well, look, we as a Republican-led House, we've already passed out their Secure Border Act, which is HR 2, which is sitting at the Senate right now waiting to be implemented. What it would do is it would support local law enforcement. It would increase resources to Immigrations and Customs Enforcement to be able to work to get criminal illegal aliens out of our country. But it would also force policies like stopping people at the border. Nearly 90% of those people who apply for asylum don't qualify. And yet what you're seeing under the Biden administration is we're continuing to put resources into Customs and Border Patrol agents to get people into our country quicker. They are flying them all around. They're giving them court dates 5 to 7 years out, many of which obviously don't even make those court dates, but they're continuing to let people into our country illegally. We're looking at 10 million people since the Biden administration took over. 40%, by the way, which has come into Texas. 44 million people now are illegally have entered our state as a result of Biden's policies.
And we both know that they will be here for decades. This is not a problem now. Even if you close the border, the ones who have come in, this is going to be an issue that is going to plague our country. I'd like to get your reaction to something that President Biden, the Biden-Harris campaign posted. You know, they want to take Trump off the ballot. You know, the activist judge in Colorado, and they're going, election season's getting heated now. They're trying to, the Biden-Harris campaign, put up a graphic comparing Trump's recent remarks to, now they're just flat out comparing him to Adolf Hitler, taking Trump's remarks out of context. But we want to remind folks of some of the comments that President Biden has made over the years. Truly horrific comments. Let's play this.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains. So we went and we hired some folks to go into the neighborhoods. They picked 58 women, turns out, from the hood.
Who's the racist, these racist comments, these offensive comments, yet they want to compare Trump and Hitler. At some point, Congresswoman, when will he actually have to respond to some of the horrific things he said, especially about blacks?
Well, you would ask the question to those people who are supporting him. I mean, the fact is that his poll numbers are tanking. They're tanking as a result of everyday people now feeling the burden of his policies, whether or not it's at the gas tank, whether or not it's at the grocery store, people who are trying to buy a home, people who are trying to get health care. His policies have been terrible for the American people. His polls are tanking. And as a result, his campaign, which was supposed to be this great unifying, remember this great unifying presidency, is attacking a former president and calling him Hitler, Nazi, you name it. The fact is, words have connotations. And those connotations used to be very strong. But when you call everybody who doesn't agree with you a racist, a hater, a bigot, and now Hitler, those meanings are obviously diminished. And it's too bad. But he's got no policies to be able to stand for, no accomplishments. So his obvious go-to is to attack and to call names, which is just it's a ridiculous tactic. But apparently that's where they are. That's where they are left to try and fight.
That's right. With those sinking poll numbers and the demographics there, abandoning him. And like you said, the unifier, not so much. Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne, I appreciate your time today. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a joyful holiday.
You too. You too. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.